everybody, welcome to Trust Launch. Welcome to today's AMA update. And today we're actually going to be talking to one of the projects that's definitely one of my favorite projects out there, Spring Game. And I'm going to be bringing on some of the dev team in just a few seconds. And I love the dev team as well. I love the fact that they're transparent, they're working hard, and they really have a project that has a lot of potential. So if you are new, by the way, to our channel, to Trust Launch, we're all about bringing together serious investors and trustworthy projects with trustworthy dev teams. And because it's when those two come together, then some amazing things can happen. So anyways, let's go ahead and here's who we're talking to today. We're talking to Spring Game. Actually, Spring Game was our very first AMA on the channel. And so let me bring in Jason. Jason, awesome to have you here, brother.
How's it, brother? How you doing?
Doing really well, doing fantastic, and love what you guys are doing over at Spring Game. Of course, you continue to evolve. And for those of you who don't know much about Spring Game, definitely go and check them out. We'll put some links here. And of course, you can go back and watch the original AMA that we did with them. But even since we last did an AMA, a ton of things have happened at Spring Game. So that's what we want to hear, Jason. What is new? What's up?
All right. So, well, just to give a basic update, firstly, I mean, I think we've doubled in holders since our last AMA. The liquidity has doubled. We've implemented an LMS system. So, for a lot of people who don't know what an LMS system is, it's a liquidity management system that keeps your price stable within a range. So now, a lot of holders can rest assured that, when they buy in at a certain range, it stays at that range. Our obviously bot keeps it at that range to make sure people obviously can have a stable reward income, when they have this passive income, their rewards, some people call it passive income, some people call it rewards. Obviously there's a lot of litigation behind it, depending on where you're from. So, but yeah, it's going really, really well. Actually too well. We've had to fast track a lot of things because our first chat was all based around the mobile app that we were developing. That was the long-term goal that we had. And we've actually just starting the first parts of the development on the mobile app. So that's very, very exciting. That's the way we're going to take over the market. Like we said to you last time, our aim is not to market to the 5% of people that are in, crypto. It's to market to the 95%. Everybody that has a cell phone has a silly little game that they play, when they're waiting or passing time by or whatever the case might be. Why not Spring Game? Why not get into crypto in a safe manner? It's exactly what Trust Launch is doing for people that are coming into crypto, finding safe projects. And we believe we can help in that and have a small game where people can come into the crypto, obviously, world by doing it safely and in the way to make it easy and transparent. That's some of the biggest updates that we're doing. And yeah, it's going like crazy. And now we've also added a lower level tree because a lot of people were asking us, guys, we want to get involved. We want to get involved, but you know what? I don't have $200. I don't have $500. So we've actually implemented a lower level tree for people to come in when they can still gain a very nice, obviously, rewards per day, which is only 30 Spring tokens. And the Spring token ranges between 95 cents to $1.1. So it's a great range and it stays in that. And 30 Spring tokens, which is roughly $30 if we're keeping it at an average dollar. It's really nice. You're earning your passive rewards of it. I'm sure, actually, James, you've got a couple trees with us, don't you?
I do. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show those. I will say this, that, I have a lot of different cryptos that I own, but Spring Game is the most fun of them because it's the game element, right? So yeah, I've bought a bunch of trees. You can see on the screen here, the whole top row is a plum tree. I think that's your cheapest tree, right? That's like the cheapest tree. Then the bonsai.
So you got three plums there. Yeah. So those were about 30 Spring tokens. And then you move on to the bonsai. That's the next level. That's at about 80 Spring tokens, 80, 90. And then you've got even bigger ones, obviously the fir and the oak that goes up to, 500. So you've really got a nice collection going there.
Yeah, just so you have some context, you see the oak tree. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but you see the oak tree, and you see down below it says 91 Spring tokens. I just bought this on my birthday, which was, roughly, 12 days ago. So 12 days ago, I've got, actually, I even had more than this. I claimed some. I didn't realize that I shouldn't have claimed them yet. But anyways, these are already producing producing real tangible rewards for me. So no, I love it. I think it's a really cool concept. So, anyways, that's why I say it's a lot of fun to check in, and you've got some cool music, and these NFTs are cool. But I want to go back and ask something. You talked about liquidity manager, and I think a lot of people have no clue what a liquidity manager is. They immediately think it's a person. So, do you want to explain in a little more detail what a liquidity manager is, what it does, why it's important?
All right. So just to let you know as well, James, for other projects coming onto your obviously, trust launch as well, and for the audience as well. There's so many people developing such cool projects, and we want to obviously help out. So we've got such a very, very good dev team, some of the brightest in the space, and they've come up with a bot that works with smart contracts. Basically, what it does is you put a certain amount of money into this, let's say this bot, okay, which is done through smart contracts. Let's say, for example, your token is sitting at $1, and you get a person that buys 1,000 tokens. So obviously, the token moves up in price to $1.05. Okay, then that keeps happening. So you can adjust your range however you want it. So, for example, our top of our range is $1.10. So now if we're at $1.10 and somebody buys now 1,000 tokens, again, that pushes to $1.15. But what our liquidity manager does is it basically sells part of its tokens to bring it back down to 110. If it's at the lower bracket, which is 95 cents, if somebody, let's say, sells a little bit of tokens and it goes to 92 cents, then what we do is our liquidity manager will buy back those tokens and bring up the token price. So it's just a way to keep it stable at our own expense for our holders. It's a way we give back, but also to ensure that our holders know they've got a stable price. You're not going into something that's got a quick pump and dump. You've got something that if you look at our chart, it goes like this. And that's how you want to look at a coin, especially when they're promising you daily rewards and passive income. That's how you want to chart.
Sorry, just saying, I think that's a brilliant thing to add, and I think more and more projects will start having them.
Yeah, so we actually offering it out. A lot of people have asked us because of there's one or two people in the space that have come up with an idea. Ours is still the best. So we've had people come up to it and say, hey, I love the project, but actually I'm designing my own project. Is there not a way that you guys can help us implement this new system? And we were like, yeah, sure. So we are actually giving it out now and helping people implement it. Doesn't matter whether you've launched already or haven't launched. We actually are giving it out to people, and people can contact us and come in our Discord and send us a message if they are looking to add something like that to their project, because it really, really does help. It keeps a good, stable price, and a lot of serious investors, they look at a chart first, and that's why we've obviously kept this liquidity manager to keep this stable price going.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So tell me a little bit more then. Tell all of us a little bit more about the app. How do you think, first of all, when do you think that's going to be launched? Secondly, how do you think that's going to help Spring Game?
Okay, so firstly, I don't know if we told you this on the first AMA. Before even an app and a second version of our app and the game, we were ranked number 4 in Japan for the most played, crypto game. And that had eventually went to number 2, and it's hovering there now at about number 3. So it is a cool game, but the app brings in so many different possibilities. Basically, what this app is going to eventually do, you can think of a combination of STEPN. I mean, that was a huge thing when it came out. It took the obviously space by storm. Think of Pokemon Go, where you've got augmented reality, and put those all into one with crypto on the Binance Smart Chain. But not just that, people are going to be able to enter into this app and use actual fiat. So you can go download this from your Google Play Store, put in your card details, and start playing the game without even, having to go through a MetaMask or a Binance or this or that. We're trying to make it as simple as possible. And that's the thing. We all know, everybody in crypto knows, only 5% of the world knows anything about crypto. And of that 5%, 80% of that 5% doesn't really know enough that they should. They're not as educated as they should be. So this is obviously a way we can obviously help bring people in. And it's a way that we find is going to be the next evolution to get the rest of the world into crypto, because it is coming. Blockchain is going to be the new, obviously, technology of the world. And to let people get in a safe manner, it's going to change the game for us. And we believe that's the way forward. Having a game that anybody can be on their cell phone, earning daily rewards, and having a stable, obviously, prices, everything. It's just going to be amazing. It really, really is. We're launching stuff like e-commerce. We've obviously got a trading bot that we're offering people as well to help them. We're doing the LMS system, the liquidity management system, and including all of this, we've set ourselves. We're going to start by the end of September, end of next month. We're going to already release a beta version for our people in our Discord to come test out. So even if you guys just want to come test out the mobile app, join us in our Discord, obviously. But we're looking halfway through October to have it fully launched. And we're going to start getting it on the Google Play Store and stuff like that. And we've got a legal team, and we're jumping through all the hoops, to be on Binance, to have this Google app, to make sure that it's going to just take the world by storm. Most of our money going into marketing, obviously, we all know that's very important. And that's why we're very happy to come do things like this with you, James. We know getting to everybody and letting people know exactly what we're doing is very, very key.
Yeah, for sure. So you're thinking your app's going to be ready before the end of the year?
That's the thing. We want to get it ready specifically because, we all know Spring Game was born in a bear market at the bottom. There's only one way, which is up. And we all know, obviously, here by the end of season, here by October, that's when generally, schools have breaks. People are looking to obviously, buy gifts for everybody. Your December period is right around the corner. So we've got our e-commerce that people are going to be able to buy things using their Spring tokens. There's a lot of things coming. Just imagine, you take out your phone, your phone camera with augmented reality. You just show it to your back garden, and there you've got this magical tree that you literally can go pick up the rewards and cash them out in cryptocurrency, in a stable coin. You could literally, we're going to have things, where we hide gifts in trees in the city. So you could literally play like a step-in game where you're walking through the city like Pokemon Go, and you spot a tree and you see something shiny in a tree. It might be a reward. It's going to be such a cool app for people to obviously be on and interact. And you can write letters on somebody's tree. We've all seen the movies with the love notes, on a tree that's carved out. You can do that in the game. There's so many different aspects to this mobile app is going to bring with augmented reality and making sure we've got all these different features for people that are just coming in to play the game. They might not even care about the rewards. And that's what's so cool about it. So the small, obviously, people that we have now, we've got about 7,000 people in our Discord. But at the end of the day, imagine when you're actually marketing this out to the public and making sure that, here's a free game, test it out. They're going to love something like this. And once it catches, to bring people into crypto, it's going to be a game changer. It really, really is.
There's so many cool concepts of what you guys are doing. And I think if you're not familiar with Pokemon Go and how big that was, I remember traveling around the country, speaking at different conferences, and I would just see people in the malls going around with their phone and like everyone was doing the same thing. They were searching for these things through their phones. So, these are catchy things. I love the fact that you guys think so big. And I also love that you're finding a way to make it easy for people to get in, because that's still the 1,000-pound gorilla in the room for all of crypto, right? Even when you hear projects on an AMA, they often get asked, well, how are you going to go after, new users? And people are like, well, we're going to have tutorials. We're going to have videos to show how to set up a MetaMask wallet. And even with all those tutorials, it's still complicated. Like, it's still difficult. And there are many scams along the way to fall prey to. So I think this is so cool what you're doing with trying to make this, shorten this bridge, to make it seamless and effortless.
We're big dreamers, like you say, we are planning big. But, if you're shooting for, like, people always saying, to the moon, when moon. Well, we're looking at Pluto. Why just the moon? Like, we'll take the moon, no problem. But we're actually aiming for Jupiter, or Pluto or something like that. Just to give some people in this space some perspective, 5%. That's of the world. 5% is in crypto, and it's probably less than that if we're being honest. Okay, retail only is like this part of it. So 5% got Bitcoin to the price it's at now. What could the 95% of people do to Spring Game? That's got less, obviously, total coins. Who knows? Maybe we're bigger than Bitcoin one day. I know it's a bold statement, but at the end of the day, if you're not trying to shoot for that, what are you trying to do? Which there's no point in coming into this space and trying, we're going to be an okay project and we're going to do okay. Where's your vision? What are you actually trying to accomplish? So we do have big dreams and we do have big visions and goals. And at the end of the day, that's why we don't mind taking on Bitcoin. Who's Bitcoin? What are their utilities? Oh, you mean we don't even use them for their utilities anymore? Okay. Let's get the 95% on one token that will quickly kill Bitcoin. Why not? That's how we see it.
Yeah, maybe one day Bitcoin will be a little bit like gold. I mean, it's kind of the gold standard of digital currency. And, what's gold useful for now? I don't know. People cling to it when the markets are shaky. It's like this tangible asset. So I think maybe Bitcoin is the most tangible asset of the intangible assets, which is all of crypto. I do think, though, as crypto continues to evolve, like I was just chatting with a guy in South America when I was down there, and he is using blockchain to bring into the coffee space. And I have a coffee company, and he's bringing crypto blockchain into the coffee chain, in a sense, the supply chain, to create transparency, because there's so much like shadiness that happens. And so that's where, to me, crypto is exciting. It's just all these use cases that we haven't even figured out yet. And some of them are going to be games. I think gaming is going to be hugely, hugely popular as we go forward. We're already seeing trends in crypto like live and die so quickly. But I think gaming will be around for a long time. So that's cool.
Gaming's been around forever already. So it makes sense that it's the next big thing. I mean, we've all heard of our node projects. We've all heard of, rebase tokens. We've all heard of, even NFTs. They're great right now and they're going very, very well. And there's so much potential behind them. But I believe the play to earn is obviously the next big thing, because people don't realize that people are doing this every single day on their apps, on their phones, on all their different little things, whether it's Candy Crush you're playing on a daily basis. Imagine Candy Crush was on the blockchain and you're playing against thousands of other users, and you got the quickest time, so you won $100 worth of Bitcoin. How cool would that be? And when people start obviously having that mindset change, they're going to realize, like, it's that easy to get into it. Oh, gee whiz, I could be playing Candy Crush for Bitcoin. That's the mindset that they need to have, because that's how easy we're going to make it with our mobile app.
Yeah, definitely. I think the more serious money is still to be made. So sometimes, I remember when I was first introduced to crypto, I just thought, I think I missed that. Like, I must have been too late. And, then you get into it and you realize, like, it's just getting started. And the money that has been made, it will be nothing compared to the money that will be made going ahead, even in the next 5 years. So I think that's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, well, any last things that you want to bring up, Jason, while you're here?
Well, we obviously definitely upping our marketing right now, because we obviously, like I said, we've just started developing our mobile app, and that's in the next month and a bit, that we're going to start releasing betas and stuff like that for people to test. We're really going to take this far. So if people don't really see the need to obviously have maybe daily rewards, they don't have $30 that they can, buy a tree. That is, by the way, when the mobile app comes up, even if you've got only a $30 tree, it's going to be worth so much when the mobile app is developed, because you're going to be part of the first generation of trees. Once we've launched the mobile app after 2 months, that'll be a second generation of trees where everything will be so much lower, because we have to adjust it for the rest of the world. But if you're not coming in just with a $30 tree, at least come into the Discord, see how our community is building, see how amazing the community is, and maybe just pop in there to be a tester. You might like, testing the game one day, and then that might grab you. But I definitely think if people are listening to this AMA, James, you can attest for it. I mean, you're showing your trees off. I mean, I think just your oak tree, that was $91, if I'm not mistaken, that you're sitting on.
91. Actually, it's over 100. It's just that I had claimed some.
Okay, so you just with everything I see there, you're sitting at over $150, and this is on a daily basis that you're gaining rewards. It's a stable coin. It's not going to go to zero. Like I said, we've got a liquidity management system that is keeping it obviously at a certain range, and we have a very long-term mission and vision to keep people obviously in the space, and that's why we've created this, and it's just going better and better. Like I said, since the last time we spoke, we've more than doubled. And it's literally going too well. That's a big secret why Hash is not here today. Last time she was on our AMA with us, she's actually doing big interviews with high-end business. She's currently took a trip to Dubai, and then the next day she was in France, and then the next day back to Dubai. So it's going really well. We've got investors obviously on just the mobile app side, and it's amazing how well it's going. So I would urge anybody who wants to come into this, like while the first generation of trees before the mobile app is designed and fully out there, you guys are so early, and you're going to be smiling in a year or two from now. Like, no jokes.
Yeah. Hey, even if you just have $30 kicking around and you just want to buy one small tree and just leave it, for sure, I think that would be a good investment. Of course, this isn't financial advice. You got to do your own research on the project. But anyways, fantastic. Well, listen, it's too bad Hash couldn't make it, but we understand. Hash is fantastic. We got a chance to chat with her as well on several different occasions. So I love what you guys are doing. Love the dev team there. Love your vision. And hey, man, thanks for being around. Thanks for coming on today. It was just great to have a catch-up chat with you.
No, anytime. And yeah, feel free, come ask questions. I'm not one of those that turns my DMs off. Like, I don't care if I get 1,000 messages. I'm one of those guys that will sit there until the cows come home to answer everybody. We're that open, we're that transparent, and that's how we've built our whole community. So come into our community, experience it. You guys will love it.
Definitely. We'll put all the links in the group here. And again, Jason, great to have you here. Great to chat with you. And yes, you do always get back to me on your DM. So for sure. Awesome, buddy. Chat with you soon.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah, we'll definitely chat again. From Spring Game, have a good one, guys.
All right. See you later. All right, guys. So listen, hope you enjoyed the catch up with Spring Game. Again, they're doing just such really cool things over there. And again, if you're new to Trust Launch, we're all about bringing serious investors, like people who actually want to be in crypto and not just bounty hunters, not just looking for freebies and things like that, but serious investors and trustworthy projects run by trustworthy dev teams. So that's what we're all about here at Trust Launch. Also, tomorrow we have an AMA coming up. I'm really excited about this because we have an AMA coming up with EverSafeU version 2. And so that's going to be at 4 p.m. UTC right here in the same channel. So make sure you tune back in as we talk to the dev team for EverSafeU version 2. Okay. Other than that, that's it for today. And hey, happy trading. Until tomorrow, we'll see you soon.